that you're standing there in that dress. What it's doing to me ain't a secret, 'cause watching you is all that I can do. And I'm speechless. You already...
That is the Grammy-winning hit Speechless by Dan and Shay, who used footage from their own weddings in that music video. Speechless was the second in a run of 3 consecutive songs by Dan and Shay to win the Grammy Award for Best Country Duo or Group Performance. They won their first trophy in 2019 for the #1 hit Tequila. Speechless came next, and earlier this year, the duo won the Grammy again for the song 10,000 Hours with Justin Bieber, which also went to #1. Dan and Shay came to Nashville separately. Dan from Western Pennsylvania, Shay from small-town Arkansas. Since meeting and making music together, they've racked up a staggering 8 billion streams of their songs. Dan, Shay, and I got together on a toasty New York City rooftop the other day for a Sunday Sitdown and a taste of the spirit that's made them famous.
When I taste tequila.
How often do people offer to buy you a shot of tequila?
First time.
This is the first time it's ever happened, dude. Honestly, it happens a lot, which is fantastic. I don't think we haven't talked about it because we don't want it to stop.
It is the hit song that changed their lives and guaranteed Dan and Shay a lifetime of free shots.
When I taste tequila.
Great to see you guys.
So good to see you. Cheers, guys.
Dan Smyers and Shay Mooney are in a celebratory mood. Their anticipated 4th album, Good Things, earned gold status on the first day of its recent release, a first for a country artist in the streaming era. You sat down for this album. Did you feel like, okay, we got some pressure on us now? People are going to be waiting to see what we do next?
I'd like to say, like, no, man, we didn't really even think about it at all. There definitely was pressure, but it was good pressure. It was like, man, we really have to make sure that we're bringing our A game.
Good Things, the follow-up to Dan and Shay's 2018 self-titled #1 album, was written and recorded mostly during the pandemic.
Being able to get on Zoom or whatever it was, and to be able to still write songs and to be able to kind of help each other cope, I think.
I feel like it was good for us. I feel like it caused us to go back to the basics, how we used to write songs, just sitting there with a pen and paper and an acoustic guitar and really diving in deep on the idea. But I think the fact that we had done that for so long gave us an advantage in this time where we could just kind of camp out in the guest bedroom in my house. I had a mattress leaning against the wall. You know, I'm pulling dog blankets, you know, out of the closet, laying them on the floor. Hey, Shay, can you hold this pillow over your head?
Gotta get the perfect acoustic, you know.
You would think at this point in our career, 4 albums in, I was like, I should get a proper studio.
Exactly.
I got the best singer in the world here, and he's like, you know, having to hold a pillow over his head to reflect the sound.
Dan, you produced Good Things, and I understand you've got a checklist.
Oh, yeah. Man, my brain is all over the place. I think, you know, for my mental health, like, checklists have really helped me because it's daunting. To make an album, it's a lot of work. But having that checklist, you know, gives me just an objective thing to work towards every day. And it was like drums, bass, guitars, acoustics, piano, lead vocals, background vocals, and all those things. Just, I think it allowed me to simplify the album process a little bit.
So you're a perfectionist.
Yes, to a fault.
Say that.
To a fault.
Good Things includes the 2019 Grammy-winning smash hit 10,000 Hours, a collaboration with pop superstar Justin Bieber.
I spent 10,000 hours and 10,000 more.
This week, another good thing. Dan and Shay finally are on the road again, picking up where they left off after their first ever arena tour was halted in March of 2020, just 3 shows in.
We get a taste of it, like we're all in. I mean, we're looking at MSG's sold out, all these amazing bucket list venues. Then all at once, I mean, the entire world shuts down.
Just to say that we were about to do arenas and then it was pulled out from under us, just being able to say that is incredible.
And now here we are, a year and a half later, like with a new album out to the fans. We've waited long enough. I think it just causes us to appreciate the moments a little bit more.
The rise to sold-out arenas has been relatively quick for Dan and Shay. The pair started writing music together less than a decade ago, after meeting at a party in Nashville.
My friend, he's like, there's these two guys that are they're having a house party tonight, and I'm like, I'm in. I didn't even need to know the details. I was like, I don't need to know their character. Like, they have a keg. Like, I'm down. Let's go.
So what do you remember about that night, Dan, that really led to all this?
We're all singing, and then it's like 2 in the morning. He's like, can I try one? And he starts singing, and I was like, everyone was like, oh my gosh, this is the best. It was the best singer I ever heard in my life. Pulled out my phone. I still have the voice memo of this, and I like held it up. I didn't know what would come of this. You know, I didn't never expect to be sitting here talking to you in New York City and all these crazy accolades behind us. But I recorded him. I was like, and I labeled it best singer ever. It was December 7th, 2012.
Crazy.
Wow. The next day, I was just like, we need to write songs. Like, we had both been chasing this dream separately, obviously without much success. I was living in a house with no heat, no AC. No food to eat. I mean, I was sneaking in to the hotel across from Vanderbilt, actually. I probably shouldn't name the hotel, because they're probably going to come after me for all the continental breakfast.
34-year-old Dan Smyers was raised outside of Pittsburgh. 29-year-old Shay Mooney grew up in tiny Natural Dam, Arkansas. They each left home for Nashville to chase their music dreams. But nothing clicked until they found each other.
We wrote 2 songs that day, and honestly, we haven't stopped. It was insane. I mean, the first song we wrote got put on hold by a major artist, and then from there, it was just like, it happened.
The 2014 debut album, Where It All Began, put Dan and Shay on the map with their first #1 hit, Nothing Like You. A second album yielded 2 more #1 songs. But it was that record 3 years ago that sent them into the stratosphere, thanks to the crossover hits Tequila and Speechless.
I'm speechless, staring at you standing there in that dress.
I had this title, Speechless, in my phone. I didn't know what it was about. And then it was just like, we were talking, we were like, man, that moment when we saw our wives, it was like, stopped me in my tracks. I was speechless. And it was like, we got to write that song. And we did. But the album was done. It was like, we got to put this on the album. We sent it to our team, and everybody's like, the album's not done. 911, like, we got to record this. So we did like a quick emergency session and recorded that at the 11th hour, and became one of the biggest hits of our career.
A career born late one night in Nashville, when 2 young musicians were brought together by fate and a keg.
You know, those moments, thinking back to that house party, you never think that those are the moments that are going to kind of change your life. I mean, if there was one pivotal moment, I mean, that was it. Meeting Dan there in that house party, and I was just thinking that I was going to go for some free beer.
So the moral of the story is always go to the party.
Nobody gonna steal my love.
Always go to the party, words to live by. Dan and Shay's new album, Good Things, is available now. The guys also just announced an upcoming single with Carrie Underwood called Only Us, off of the Dear Evan Hansen movie soundtrack. You can catch Dan and Shay out on tour beginning this week. Our big thanks to the Ready Rooftop at the Moxie East Village for hosting our conversation there. Don't forget to subscribe to the Sunday Sitdown podcast to hear the full-length interview with Dan and Shay. You can find it on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get yours.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Find your favorite recipes, celebrity interviews, uplifting stories, shop our favorite deals, and so much more with the Today app. Download it now.